am telling you that you are now detained for the purpose of a search. I have been advised that there's somebody in a hooded jacket exactly in this precise location where you are stood refusing your details, interfering with vehicles along this road.
No, I don't believe there's people around here attacking vehicles or anything.
My concern is as well that you live in the... I'm not saying you've committed a crime, am I? I need your details in order to say that you are not involved in this because you do live at this location. You're saying you won't give me your details, so I can't prove that you live here, so that means I have reasonable grounds to suspect that you are here for a lawful reason.
You don't need
Alright then, so as you heard there, this is not being edited and chopped and through in different orders. Everything you've just seen there was in order. It's been edited and chopped, so it's not really long for a quick snippet. She is detained him for the purpose of a search, but then she says she needs his details to rule him out. No, you've detained him for the purpose of a search, so get on with that search. When you're detained for the purpose of a search, you are under no obligation to hand over any of your details whatsoever. She says she's got reasonable grounds because he is in the exact location where the report come in. So the report probably come in 6 days ago. And she thinks that he's still going to be stood there. Now, I say 6 days ago because we all know the police don't turn up unless if... Well, they just don't turn up for this sort of stuff, so I don't know where they are, but bloody hell, these police have actually turned up. Now, if they did turn up when they said it happened, it's probably happened 20 minutes ago, and she believes that he's going to be stood in the exact same location where the caller said he was stood 20 minutes ago. No, very unlikely. This, to me, is just a complete abuse of powers and the ignorance of the police to show that they can do whatever they bloody please and bully somebody into handing over his details. Now, I'm going to try not to interrupt this video that much, but I am going to jump in and certain spots to put up the law. So let's just get straight into it.
Details so I can let you go.
Listen, I'm not here to do anything. I'm here to get a Domino's pizza, and that's why I've come out of here. I've seen you out here already.
That's fine. I'm not saying you've done anything wrong, mate, but I am asking, don't walk off from me. Don't walk off from me.
Look, I live here.
I'm asking to say where you are. If you decide to walk away from me,
why
I'll
do
have no choice
why
to
do you want me
suspect
to walk
further that you've committed these offences, okay?
What offences? What offences have I committed?
Don't come any closer to me.
Tell me what.
I am telling you that you are now detained for the purpose of a search. I have been advised that there's somebody in a hooded jacket exactly in this precise location where you are stood refusing your details, interfering with vehicles along this road.
No,
I've asked you a simple question.
It's definitely not me, though.
I can't
definitely
confirm that.
Not me.
Yeah, if I believed everybody that told me that.
Okay, then, so we've literally just gone through Section 1 of PACE. PACE is the Police and Criminal Evidence Act of 1984. But I have obviously pulled it up to the up-to-date one, whereas the other videos back here. So let's actually have a look what it says. It says the exact same thing. But just for those who didn't watch yesterday's video, here we go.
A constable may exercise any power conferred by this section. A. In any place to which at the time when he proposes to exercise the power the public or any section of the public has access, on payment or otherwise, as of right or by virtue of express or implied permission, or B. In any other place to which people have ready access at the time when he proposes to exercise the power, but which is not a dwelling.
Okay then, so, and this is the important section. I'm not going to go into all of that because all of that is basically just to say for weapons and blah blah and blah. So,
this section does not give a constable power to search a person or vehicle or anything in or on a vehicle unless he has reasonable grounds for suspecting that he will find stolen or prohibited articles. F.
Yeah, so do you believe that she had powers to stop and search this person? Because that's what she has just said. He is detained for the purpose of a search. Now, I'm going to assume, after what else she said, it is going to be under Section 1 of PACE. She never said Section 1 of PACE, but I'm going to assume this is what she's on about, because she also goes on of vehicle tampering. So it's obviously to go to find stolen goods or something to go equipped for stealing. Now, the reasonable grounds, which she said, is because she's had reports of somebody wearing a black hood in this precise exact location, matching your description. So let's say she does have the powers under this. what throws me off is he tries to walk away. She says, "Do not walk away from me," and then detains him. And then she also says, "Because you are walking away from me, it gives me more grounds to believe it's you." No, he was never detained. And if you're not detained, you're under no obligation to talk to a police. No obligation whatsoever. And then you detained him, and then he doesn't walk away. So you can't use the fact that he didn't want to engage with the police as grounds to suspect that he's doing something wrong, because he's under no obligation to entertain this absolute dimwit. And I call her a dimwit because of what else she's going to say in a minute about IDing him. Now, in here, it says nothing about a person being searched has to ID. Because you don't. You don't have to ID whatsoever, and you don't have to identify yourself to a scumbag like this. So let's continue into the video.
We wouldn't be in a very good position.
Honestly, it's not me.
No. But are you refusing
So
to
I
give
don't
me details?
believe there's
Are you
people
refusing to give me
around
details?
here
Okay.
attacking
My
vehicles or
concern
anything.
is as well that you live in the area and you're
Yeah.
not willing to assist with looking after your area. So, you know,
I don't
that
need
raises
you
my
to look
suspicion.
after the area.
No, I do. There's
I'm
somebody.
just waiting for a Domino's pizza, that's all.
Yeah, which you won't be getting because I'm concerned now that you've committed offences that you won't give me your details so I can negate you from the
I
investigation.
don't have. It's not committing an offence to not give you my details, but I haven't committed a crime.
Right.
So don't tell me
I need
and
to
threaten me.
confirm. There's no
I'm
threat
telling you.
made.
Listen.
I'm asking you to stay where you are because I'm going to have officers come and have a chat with you because I have no reason to suspect that you are not involved. Because you're
Why
not.
would I be involved when I live just there?
But I can't confirm that. If you just give me a name, I can confirm it, couldn't I, on the registration?
No, you
of the
couldn't
vehicle?
because I haven't got a criminal record.
No,
I
you
haven't.
don't need a criminal record for me to run a check on where you live to ensure.
So how
that
would
live
you
there.
know the person that's robbing the cars whose name? How would you know their
That's not
name?
how I'd negate it. What I need to confirm now is your details in order to prove that you live where you say you live, and you
No,
have
you
then-
don't, 'cause
have
you wouldn't know
purpose to
that I
then be
live
on the
there.
street at this time.
You wouldn't know
okay?
that I live there.
Okay.
Again, and so now a reason for IDing him is to prove that he lives at that address, but yet she wanted to ID him before she knew where he said he lived. Now, this again, it's just one of those things where this idiot cop is in control of a deadly weapon, because that's what a dog is classed as a deadly weapon. She wants to abuse her powers by demanding his details and then detaining him because he doesn't want to entertain her investigation whatsoever. But she's still demanding details. You've detained him for the purpose of a search, your own words. So what's his name and his address got to do with any of that? It's absolutely irrelevant because you was asking for his details before he said he lived there. This just goes to show that this copper is an absolute numpty and needs to be retrained. But it'll never happen. Look at the bad attitude she's got. Look at the way she's looking at this person. Now, by the way this person talks, I would assume he's got some sort of learning difficulties. And she is taking advantage of that straight away, taking advantage of that. I'm glad he sort of wants to stand up for his rights, but he's going to bow down in a minute as well. So this is the last time I'm going to interrupt this video, and then I'll have my say at the end. So let's just continue.
Okay. I'm asking you the question.
Because I've never been arrested around here, and I've never been.
You don't need to be arrested to be registered to a vehicle.
I've never been
sorry, to a
searched around
property.
here.
Yeah.
Trust me. Look, I'm not here to.
Trust me. This is
I'm
a
not
ridiculous
here to
statement,
start any shit.
Yeah.
I'm not here to
You'd
do
be
any
gone
shit.
by
I'm
now if
waiting
you
for a
give me a name
Domino's
and you weren't
pizza,
involved.
and I come out and I seen you.
Yeah.
That was it.
There's no issue if you to give me
There
your
is.
details. I can negate.
Look, I
your...
don't have to give you my details if I haven't committed a crime.
But I'm not saying you've committed a crime, am I? I need your details in order to say that you are not involved in this because you do live at this location. You're saying you won't give me your details, so I can't prove that you live here. So that means I have reasonable grounds to suspect that you are here for a lawful reason.
You don't need to know that I live there, what my name
I've explained
is.
all of this, and I don't need to go through it again because I've explained it. If you're going to refuse your details, I'm not going to stand and argue with you all day because at the end of the day, I do have powers in order to not stand here all day and have that discussion with you. Because I don't need to. Okay, I'm just trying to be polite right now and explain
Look,
to
I
you.
can prove to you
time
I'm
and time
waiting for a
again.
Domino's pizza.
But I don't need to prove that you're waiting for a Domino's. I could order a Domino's here. I don't live here.
Where's the two police here?
Because I'm not going to put the dog near you because there's no need to. So I'm not going to put hands on you at the minute, but I've asked you to stay where you are. And these officers are going to come and grab those details from you. But it's concerning me that you won't give me your details when I have a real legitimate and lawful reason to ask for them. Okay?
Why do you? What legitimate
You've come
reason
round
do
the
you
corner,
have?
you've had your hood up, you're on your phone, as soon as you've seen me pop out there, you've turned
Yeah,
your back
because I'm
to
trying
me.
to call
So
the
I've just had
Domino's Pizza.
I've just had a discussion with you, you refuse your details, you're telling me you live there in that block of flats, but won't give me an address. So I can't prove that you are here for legitimate, lawful purposes, okay? You're literally standing exactly where the report's coming.
I could prove to you that I was phoning Domino's.
I can phone a Domino's, mate. I can ring a Domino's to come in.
You got any proof of where you live, mate?
Yeah, I can. I live just right here.
So was that difficult? I don't think so.
I'm not lying. I live right here.
The mail now saying he lives at...
So I've just come out here to check on my Domino's Pizza, which should be here right now, and it still is here. No, it's a GoPro.
The GoPro?
I didn't bring it out until she started talking to me.
Do you normally walk around with a GoPro in your pocket?
No, but I was coming out because I've seen the police out here and I thought I'd have interaction with them, and I knew I would, so that's why I'm here.
I've only just landed here, I've been round the back. So.
Well, I knew you was out here and I knew my Domino's Pizza was coming here, so that's why I brought it out.
I'm out tracking with a dog that I may ask you a question at this time in the morning, because that's reasonable.
Well, I was wondering why he was round here at this time in the morning when it was quiet.
Are you going to offer your name? So I can confirm that you live there, leave you to eat your Domino's, and happy days.
But how will you know that I live there?
Because
you don't.
Be registered to that address, unless you are not registered to that address, which you can tell me. It's fine if you're not registered to the address, but I need someone.
The last time I phoned the police was when there was a person outside my house with a fucking knife, and they come to my house.
We'll have a record of it then, won't we?
Look, trust me, I'm not in. I ain't got criminal records or anything. But the thing is, I've just come out here from a Domino's Pizza and I'm still hungry and waiting for it, and it's been long, over an hour and 45 minutes. And then I come out here and then I bump into her.
I'm say, mate, is the Domino's
I'm not here with. It looks weird that I've got a GoPro. I really do understand that. But I've got a GoPro because.
I'll just rule you out. Why don't you just give us your name, and then we're done. You can have your pizza and then call it a night, can't we?
Ready. My name is. It's just my protection, you know.
You're more than welcome to film, mate. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
Because this genuinely.
I'm still waiting for this Domino's Pizza though.
All the information you've just given could have been given without 3 police cars here. Do you understand?
Is that it then? So I'm not detained then?
No.
Right. See ya.
So after all that, the reason this numpty actually give him all of his details, which is a numpty thing to do. What he should have done is allow him to search him and then see where they went from there. Because if it was that much of an emergency that there's a female cop running around with a dog and there's loads of cars in the area, why even after the fact that they found out it's not him, they just stood there looking at each other like they're all fucking idiots. Now, this to me just shows that the police are not in much of a hurry to catch criminals, because if there was, it would have been like, okay, you're free to leave immediately after they establish that he does live at that address. Free to leave and then continue on your patrols to find the person which you was looking for in the first place. But they don't. They look at each other. He has to ask if he's still detained. For him to say, no. No apologies or anything like that for the bad attitude they give him. And then stood there looking at each other like a pair of wallies, the lot of them. This is what is wrong with the police. Now, I live on a big private estate, and we had a scumbag going around doing exactly what they've accused him of doing. Now, this got reported. The police have done nothing about it. We had our local councillor, MP for the area, say our area is not that bad for crime, it's quite low in crime, and then post up some numbers. Now, me being me, I have pulled up the numbers for the whole of our borough, the borough we live in. Now, our estate is responsible for 22% of the crime committed. Now, you're telling me in the whole borough, we commit... well, it's not even just our borough, it's 2 boroughs, the boroughs next to ours as well. And our estate is responsible for 25 point something % of the crimes. but yet the police don't want to come and do extra patrols in the area. They don't care that there's a scumbag going around at 4 o'clock in the morning trying everybody's car doors. Not only trying people's car doors, getting into the people's cars, and at this time of the year, it's going to be even worse, where they're going to come around and actually steal out of people's cars again, like they have done every year, but the police don't really care. This is why I don't like the police, and this is why I think this type of behaviour is absolutely disgraceful. Because if there really was a problem, they would have been out doing something. Just like on where I live. Now, there was like, oh, the police didn't come out and attend anybody's. My neighbour's car got broken into. I say broken into, she left the car unlocked, so he's gone in there and he stole stuff out of there. The police didn't even bother to turn up to take a report. It was just like, here's a crime reference number. There you go, that's it. And that's the same for around 30, 40 other people where I live. All had the same sort of incident. The police don't turn up. Now, the only time I actually see the police is at the co-op, where they're going in to get a sandwich for dinner. You never see them driving around ever. So this is what is wrong with the police, because they don't actually want to deal with the situation. They just they park up somewhere and deal with silly crimes, silly offences, the laws of offending people. Absolute stupid. Now I'm ranting on, so I'm going to stop this. But let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video, it does open YouTube's algorithm. And I'll catch you on the next one.